just dropping back my studies. So that was the shock. Those gradually the transition stage happened. I was become flexible and adaptive to the situation. Gradually I understood how to write, how to critically think, how to critically write, how we can develop our language, how we can adjust with the food, the culture, the climate, everything. So now I can accept everything. I can understand the culture. I can talk confidently. I can be a better person. So these all are happened because I was persistent. I was positive towards a goal. I have a dream as well. So every international students have a dream, that goal. So you have to be confident. You have to be persistent on that. So now, like how you can overcome your culture shock. I have already explained about all those things. I'm mentioning some more points, that awareness campaigns in the community, student union, every university is having student union and cultural clubs, and all. You can actively participate in cultural clubs. So you can also talk with the experienced person, the seniors, so that you can get the proper knowledge from that. Don't forget your own culture. Be the person who you are. Adapt to the new situation. So wishing you a wonderful success for you all listening. So right now I'm going to transfer to Mrs. Archana. She's going to explain more about the challenges faced by international students. Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Jinesh, for the presentation. So we are continuing with the next battle faced by international students. We conducted a survey for getting a real-time experience. What are the challenges faced by international students? So we conducted a survey in University of Northampton for that. So we should know about what are the main challenges and what are their expectation and what are the reality. So for that, we are continuing with one of the main challenges faced by international students, that is financial hurdles. So being an international student in UK is an exciting, isn't it? But sometimes it may be a tougher situation as well. So starting in UK, especially in abroad countries like European countries, even though they are providing the quality of the education, and also we are getting into the diverse culture, alongside we are getting the academic and cultural benefits, we are facing some challenges as well. So here we are discussing about the financial challenges that is impacting the student's life in terms of high tuition fees, living cost, currency exchange rates, and the many international students are fit into the situation like they are not getting part-time works and the limited working hours as well. So we will go into deeper about the main issues faced by international students in the UK. The first one, it is the tuition fee. So that is the major part of the international students. Like the universities are charging a high amount of tuition fees. For example, if you are a student who are enrolled in management courses, especially in MBA, for 2 year study, they are charging 16,000 per course. So it may be not affordable to the students as well. So they are having a problems like to paying the amount for the tuition fees, and also the living cost. When we are talking about the living cost, the cost of living, the food expenses, and also the accommodation charges are comparatively higher than the local students here. And also currency exchange. It means that even we have a problem to pay the fees like the tuition fee, so we are sending money from our home country to the to UK. So the fluctuations in the currency exchange may be badly impacting their lifestyles. And limited work hours, the part-time work, so we should have only 20 hours of work per week, and we should have get a small amount of income from that. So this is one of the main issues faced by international students as a survey conducted. So this is the outcome which we gained from that. So here we are next, we are going to discuss about how we can manage the funds or how we can manage the finance effectively. So here we are using some tips to provide you to how you can manage the finance. So first one, it is the budget. So create a budget. It means you have to know about your income and expenses. Based on that, you have to save some amount amount of money for yourself, and also seek scholarship and financial aid. Also, there are university providing plenty of financial assistance to this international students as well. And you should know about the scholarship eligibility criteria for that as well. In University of Northampton, in their website, we can find out that there are different kinds of finance assistance fund providing to international students, like the maintenance fund and also the health assistance fund. The maintenance fund, which means that it cover all of your expenses, the living cost, accommodation, transportation, etc. And others, like health assistance fund, this is one of the major or main important one. Like, it is providing, if you are a student who you are enrolled in a health related professional course or nursing, some other like that, the NHS Learning Assistance Fund will be providing you to for continuing your studies. So this is one of the assistance or in terms of finance provided by the universities. And the part-time employment. So part-time work can give you 20 hours of work time, so it will give you a sum of amount of money for staying in the UK for your living expenses, so it will be useful you for managing your finances or managing your expenses as well. So open a local bank account. A local bank account will help you to know more about like the spending insight. For example, if you have a Lloyd's bank account, it will definitely show the spending insight. So from that, we can track our expenses and we can know where we have to cut at the cost for saving our money. And also, we should always explore the accommodation options, like look for affordable housing options, shared accommodation, or to reduce the living cost. And also, among all these tips, one of the most important one is that emergency fund. So emergency fund, which means that it acts as a safety net, which means that a reserved amount of money we set aside for our like unforeseen events like medical emergencies, unforeseen travel, etc. So these are the ways we can manage our finances effectively. The next hurdle is the placement opportunities. So definitely this is one of the main issue raised by students from different countries in University of Northampton. So the main important thing is that the placement scenario is different from their country to UK. Like they have a limited exposure to professional environment. It means that they don't gaining any practical experience in internship or placement opportunities, because they are only focusing to get a tier 2 sponsorship visa. So the visa restrictions, also they are unfamiliar about the job market, and they don't know how to network with people. And also the networking opportunities, this is one of the another issue in terms of the placement opportunity. I would like to give an example about the placement scenario comparing to India and here. So one of the students from India, she mentioned about that she had an expectation about the placement here before coming to UK, is that in India they are providing placement opportunities in a way that the companies coming to the colleges or the universities, they are directly recruiting the students who are eligible after a selection criteria, like the conducting a competitive exams and conducting some interviews and also some group discussions based on the company, and they are directly recruiting the people to the job. But here in UK, even though university is providing career expo, career fairs, but they cannot accurately or correctly connect to the people, or they don't know how to connect with, or how can they apply for that. And the skill development also, the limited skill development means that even if they are struggling with some sort of weakness areas, if they find it out, they don't know how to improve their skill here. So that is one of the main area. And the limited skill development can be improved in a way that we can go for some online workshops or online crash courses. For example, if you find out yourself you are bad in technical skills, if you find out these are the areas which you need more improvement, you can go for some online workshops or LinkedIn learning for that. So gradually you develop your skills. So that is the only solution for developing your skill set. And the competitive disadvantage during the job search. So we are definitely as an international student competing with the local students, so they have more priority when comparing to the league visa and all those things, because they are staying in the UK, they are permanent residents, so they don't have to focus on the visas and all those things. But the international students more focused on by getting a visa sponsorship and getting a job related to that, but they are not looking for a professional job role here. So the only focus is to stay in the UK for getting a sponsorship visa, like the tier 2 sponsorship visa. So next one, it is the navigating the legal and visa complexities. So in here, it is the legal terms, like the legal issues or the visa issues. They are, as I mentioned earlier, the main visa problems for getting a tier 2 sponsorship visas, and the complexities in the process of visa, and the documentation of the visas, and legal concerns such as the working restrictions and the complexities in the post study are the common challenges in here. And the visa application, so it must be complex, and the documentation requirement must be met. For that, all these restriction, how can we met or how can we solve? So every problem, there is definitely one or two or more than two options for the solving that problem, isn't it? So for that, we have to know about the application status. You have to check into the UK visa immigration policies. You should always have been stay informed and updated about related to that. And some of the students mentioned about that they will, even the policy changes, they will look for some other like channels or agency related issues. But you should also check the authenticity of the agency you are looking for the visas or know about the informations. So that is the way we can overcome all these challenges. And also, in generally, we are discussing about what are the possible solutions to overcome these issues. So we mentioned about the networking. Along with the LinkedIn learning and alumni networks, there are a lot of experts who are in LinkedIn, and you can connect with them, like the mutual connections. And the networking includes attending events, seminars, workshops, and webinars like this. And you can ensure your presence in that area, posting your relevant contents, and reminding the employer who are talking to it, and sending a follow-up message, like for a follow-up meeting. And always remember to network within your university, like engage with your professors and alumni, and also the career development officers in your university. They will definitely help you to move front. So get work experience in the field of volunteering activities or other social service activities. So it will definitely boost up your confidence. So it will definitely give you a practical experience than a theoretical experience. And also, we should update the resumes and the cover letter, which means that if you are applying for a specific job, you have to update the resume according to what is the job you are applying for. It will not be the same to the some other jobs. So you should always being updated by yourself as well as your resumes and cover letter. And always get engaged with the non-scholastic activities. The non-scholastic activities means that which is not related to the academic activities. You can always include the different community services inside your university, maybe outside your university. For example, the students union are there, the change maker clubs are there, different kinds of clubs are running in your university. Seek assistance to know more about it, and make sure the opportunities provided by these clubs and unions, and being a part effective or a active participant in that. And also remember to seek assistance from your support team from your university. In University of Northampton, there are a special team that is the international student support team. If you have need any assistance from finance or some other things related to that, you can also ask for that. And next one, it is the skills enhancement. So you should know about what is the skill area you should need more improvement, like the technical skills or other soft skill like communication, leadership, creativity, and critical thinking as well. So for the technical skill area, if you are doing an internship in a relevant organization, you can meet with the employer. So you are really into the work, so you are working with the different kinds of people from different communities. So you can do a SWOT analysis of yourself. You can find out the strength, weakness. From that, you should also know about the area. So this is the area which I need more improvement. For example, if you're bad in the technical skills, for you can also join the like the LinkedIn learning, like the SPSS, statistical learning, some other like that. These are the examples. For the soft skill, so soft skill, it's a non-technical skill like the communication, and also the leadership skill, the problem solving skill, some other like that. So how we can improve that kind of skill is that when you are getting in a group discussion in your classroom, so we should actively participate, we should talk, we should share our ideas, we should listen to other people as well. So we will gain some experiences, we will get some more knowledge about it. And also the internships and work placement offer, it means that while doing an internship in work placement in here, so it will give you a local experiences. So because we are working with the different kinds of people from different countries, as I earlier mentioned, so it will boost up your confidence to meet with the people, to talk in front of the audience, and it will gain a more strong, it will helps you to build strong relationship with the employers. And if you're doing good job in your internship, your supervisor or your manager will definitely give a reference to for your next destiny. So that is the way we can overcome these problems. And about the internships and the work placement in details, for that, if you really want to do an internship for gaining a practical experience, there are plenty of opportunities. There are short-term offering internships offering companies are there, maximum like a 4 to 6 weeks or 6 months, something like that. So like a crash course. And there is a platform called Upkeep platform. It's a tool that is used for career development, and also it will provide you mentorships and workshops for developing your for the professional development. And this platform is working with the companies and also the universities as well. And some of the other platforms to consider is Handshake, Dewey, and Stunited. So you can check on the website. So I mentioned the like the website if you really want to do a internships or work placement. And overqualification. So everybody know that some of the students from in the like the in university, they having overqualified, like they are more aged people than comparing to the local students here. Like they have a problem with limited entry level opportunities. The employer concern may be fit and not fit with the application. And also the candidate who are expecting a high salary because he is or he or she is highly qualified or highly experienced people. So I will share you one of the story. Like one of my friend who was applying for a particular job in a banking sector. He has 14 years of experience in banking, and he applied a job here. But the comments he got from the employer is, you are overqualified for the job. So this is the scenario. So this is a real life story. So I just want to mention you about. So in this situation, don't feel bad about it. So because from the feedbacks or comments you get from the employer, you can work upon it. And you always stay motivated and always a positive approach. And for from like that ways we can always, because you having a experience more than 10 years or 12 years, so because comparing to the young professionals, you are having more knowledge about it. So that way we can overcome all these problems. And also age is one of the main factor. This is also race, which is connected to the overqualification. Because if we are coming, some of the students coming to the UK, after doing 14 years or 10 years working in home countries. So they have a age problem, because the employer's concerns may be different, because the expectation of the like the employer may be not fit to the job application. So ageism and discrimination is there, but for your information, I will share one of the main thing, like the UN Sustainable Development Goal, the goal number 10, which describes about reducing inequality. So it will be achieved by 2030. So we hope for the best one. So that is not the main problem. If you have a strong mindset and you are confident with your work, confident with your abilities, you can move forward. So the inequalities, reducing inequalities according to the development goal number 10 means that like the age, race, ethnicity, and the money or the income you have, all of these things. So it will be achieved gradually by 2030. So this will be eradicated from the world. And the digital divide, of course, because these people, like the aged people, will not be aware about the new technologies or innovations or inventions prevailing in the economy. For that, we should know about the more technological advance, stay informed, updated, what are the new industrial trends or market trends prevailing in the economy, and what are the new technologies or innovations are prevailing. So you should stay updated and informed about it. And also the UK government is also running a digital literacy program for your informations. And evolving skill set, evolving skill set means the technical skills and also the soft skill set. So we should know, we should improve ourselves by technically and the soft skills. So it is only through your daily practice. Practice makes a person perfect. So next one, it is the strategies. So here we are discussing about what are the strategies can be implemented for avoiding all these or challenges or problems. So when I'm sharing these challenges, it is mainly we found out when we conducted a survey in University of Northampton. It's a real-time story. So the strategies are that we should target our job search. Like if you want to go in a specific area, if you're a HR person, you should go on that way. If you're a marketing person, you should go on that way. You should have a targeted job search every time. And the skills enhancement, which we discussed earlier, like the soft skills, your technical skills, you should know about your SWOT analysis. And based on that, we can develop our skills and we can find out the career gradually. And the tailored application, because tailored application means so which area you have to applying for, you have to update the resumes and cover letter according to that. And soft skills means that the it's a non-technical skills like creativity, problem solving, and also the critical thinking. So this is only done with your regular practice. You have to talk with your professor, even though the accent is different, you have to catch up, you have to listen to them, and you have to practice them. You have to actively engage in the group participation and the critical thinking. So that's we actually do in our assessments, so the critical thinking. And also the professional branding, and always be persistent, be always having a positive approach, be motivated, because be happy to be if you think age is one of the main problem, you were very happy because you having a wonderful experience than young people. And also flexibility means that it in terms of your like we are coming from a different background, from different country, different culture. So we are coming to a new country with a different culture. So it's a diversified culture. So we should have we should be flexible to adapt that situation. So that's all about the strategies. So yes, next we are moving on to the question answer session. If you have any doubts, if you want to ask some questions, I know you all are waiting for asking some questions. So if you want to ask some questions, you can do. Otherwise, you can share your stories as well, like your as an international students in the UK. And I'm welcome you all to ask the questions, share your story. Come on, should.
Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear you, Tamanna.
Okay, so what advice as an international student do you have to give the newcomers coming to UK
Yeah.
to gain experience as well as connections?
Yes, this is a really nice question. So that we mentioned about the networking. This is the one of the main answer to your question. Like we can connect with the people through mutual connection through LinkedIn. Otherwise, you can always, as a fresher, you can start with your university. Like you should engage with your professors and like the which are the support system available in the university. And from like I mentioned about the different internship opportunities provided by the different platforms, you can gain some industrial experience as well. So then we can connect to the employers, and one of your employer refer you to next job. So that's where you can gradually improve your connections. I hope I answered your question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just to supplement on the question the previous person asked, you have tackled one side where we have to do work for experience and then get engaged on social media and the LinkedIn and all that stuff. Mine is basically a contribution on culture. On my as an international student myself, I realized that across the culture there are barriers that we have created or that we come with, which I think we should reduce. You find that within the African setup, there are barriers between Ugandans versus Nigerians. Then you find there are barriers between Asians. Within the Asian, for example, you find the Indians themselves, there are barriers between them. So the cultural barriers that are within have become a big limit for us to network and gain experience in terms of work. I think we should work towards reducing that one. Thank you.
Yeah, my question to both of you. First of all, I really want to thank both of you for your nice presentation. So after hearing lots of valuable input, I have one query. So are there any initiative or progress that support international students who are interested in starting their own business, entrepreneurial venture after graduation in UK?
Exactly. There are some supporting stands from the council and also from the university as well. So you can contact with your university for the funding as well. Also, if you're having a unique idea about your business, so the council also will be providing 5,000 pounds for you, will be granted for you. So for the incubator programs, and the funding will be provided. So you can contact with the university as well as the council for the starting up the business.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Sharanya, you want to ask some questions or you want to share some stories?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I want to ask something.
Yeah.
First of all, your presentations were very informative. Thank you for that.
Thank you so
And
much.
as a newcomer to the country, I'm a
Yeah.
person with very little experience in my field.
Mm.
So, what is the advice you can give me in this regard for finding a job opportunity?
Yeah, so you should know about, you have a specific area, you have to know for more focus on it. So you have to go on that way. So you have to find out the specific, if you are from a digital technology or the IT sector or from HR or something related to that. So you should know about the specific sector and what are the opportunity. So first of all, you should gain some experience in that field, then you can apply for the applications as well. So for that, there are different kinds of platforms in UK, like the short-term internship providing opportunities are there. So you can do it like that way, and you can also engage in different events and mentorship programs as well. So it will helps you to know more about it. It will help you to meet with different kinds of people, industrial expert as well. So make sure your presence in there. So that way you can achieve it gradually.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharmia.
Thank you.
Please, you can ask Binish Babu.
Hi, Archana. My
Hello,
question
Binish.
is, Hi, my question is about the current changes,
Yeah,
about the current UK policies. How
yeah.
may it gonna affect the current students? May it affect the current staying students or the upcoming students?
Actually, you should know about the UK visas, and from the UK government's website, you should know more about the current policies or the rules and regulations. So yesterday as well, news came out like from April onwards, the dependents cannot work for a healthcare sector. So we should know about. We should always stay updated and informative. So you should also check the authenticity, as I mentioned earlier. So some students may mention about that they are looking for some other agencies for the know about the more updates about the rules and regulations. So you should always be aware about the authenticity, and you should be always check on the government portal, so it will be more accurate than the others. And you should always maintain a like the working hours should be in that particular. So if you're a student, you know that you're only working on 20 hours. More than that, it will be a affecting your visas. So that is the only thing, or that is the way you can avoid all those things. You should be informative and updated about it. Yes.
Yeah, Sumana, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Jinesh.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I have a question about cultural differences. So, how do cultural differences affect international students in job interview or any workplace and interaction?
Yeah, exactly. I have already mentioned about the cultural shock and what are the possible way to come out from the cultural shock. I have already mentioned time. So you can be a good listener. You should be watch everything that's happening around you. You can everything around you, so that you can understand the cultural differences, cultural diversification of the culture, so that you can understand, be a better person to
Questions, or you want to share something more?
Yes, I just want to give my contribution. It's not a
Yes.
question, just contribution to what you have been talking about the webinar. First of all, I would like to thank you and appreciate the presentation. That was very good. My story is like the universities generally, I think internationally, have left the responsibility of this kind of information to the students back at home, such that when we come here, you find yourself lost. You find yourself having to adapt to so many things. So that's why I appreciate really webinars like these ones. If this information could only be passed on to the students who are applying before they actually arrive in this kind of setup, it will be much, much more helpful. Otherwise, students really can get lost. The other thing you talked about is about the students' visas. My contribution is that it is also indeed a challenge, because students' visas and extensions are tied to 20 hours of work. You know, on one hand, you have to live and supplement your income and survive and probably contribute to your tuition. And then on the other hand, you can't go beyond 20 hours of work, because I mean, to get to it is tied, it is capped. That is a huge one, which I think, of course, is on a disadvantage to us. So this information uh, being given to students beforehand, then they would know that they have to prepare other forms of earning an income other than relying on the 20 hours of work. And then the other challenge, it was about the overqualification. You talked about overqualification. I've been a victim of that many times, because in most cases, when I apply for jobs and I present my 25 years of experience and then 2 master's degrees and then this and that, and I mean, they don't even want to listen. They was like, "You man, how can you even do this?" But that's it. I want to do the job. I'm available. I have my skills. Why don't you let me do the job? It's not about the overqualification. I can perform, you know. So at the end of the day, a friend of mine actually sold me an idea that depending on the job, you may want to update your CV according, like you said, according to the job. So you may want to say, I'm a bachelor student, qualification students person, so that you access the job. But I find that unfair, because you are selling yourself short. If I have 2 master's degrees, why should I want to present only 1 degree, when I really earned them? It is a challenge out there in the market. If you reduce yourself to a bachelor's degree, it may not give you the exact skills and experience that you are having. So students should know, my main point, students should know prior hand how to prepare themselves for these challenges. And this kind of webinars are very, very, very key and very, very important. I thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Pascal, for sharing your contributions and stories. And that's why I really mentioned about the overqualification and all these challenges which we mentioned in the slides. It is actually the real experiences from which we conducted a survey in the University of Northampton. So you think overqualification and age is a main problem? You have to be always stay happy and maintain a positive approach. That's it. Thank you, everyone, for giving the valuable comments and asking questions about it. Yeah. Session. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your valuable time and your patience. We are always there for you to support. We are Stunited. We are providing personal branding and always internship opportunities to the students in the UK, as well as the other offerings as well. So if you want to know more about it, if you are a student, you have problems like this, feel free to contact us. We are Stunited, uniting students globally. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much once again. So we have as Archana mentioned, we have the job board. And if you are lacking of any skill, we have a skill developing course as well. So you are free to join us to the interesting professionals. So you can join us on www.stunited.org. So after this webinar, so who all are joined in this webinar, you'll be getting personal branding for free. So you can make use of that personal branding as well. So you can get connected with our team as well. If you have any queries, if you're struggling as well, so you can contact us. You can you can chat with us. We are really ready to help you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for we value your time, and I hope this session will be informative and useful for you all. Thank you.